Okay, so our next topic in Unit 8 is going to take the idea of a function and it's going to put that function on a graph. So what we're talking about today is the topic of graphing functions. How do you take a function and graph it? Well, this isn't going to be really much different from how we've graphed anything else in the past. So all I'm going to do is give you one quick example problem. I think you'll understand it, and then I'll give you a practice problem, and this should be a pretty short process. So we're going to start with this function. And in order to graph that function, I'm going to use a good old-fashioned table. On my table for this function, I'm going to just make up some x numbers, like maybe I'll start off with 0, and then maybe I'll plug in 1, and then maybe I'll plug in 2 or 3. Okay? And then over here, on the right-hand column, I'm going to figure out what I get when I plug in those numbers. So I'm going to plug 0 in as my input, and then I'm going to get my answer for my output here. Because remember, a function is an input-output number crunching machine. So let's see. If I plug 0 in here for my first input, remember I write it as f of 0, and what that really means is I'm going to take this x and I'm going to plug a 0 in for that. So this should be easy. F of 0 is 3 minus 0, which comes out to 3. That's right. So I'm going to put that here. I plug 0 in, I get 3 out. 0 is my input, 3 is my output, and I can keep going. If I want to do my next one, then I'm going to do that by doing f of 1. And f of 1 would be, instead of 3 minus 0, it's going to be 3 minus 1, because 1 is my input number. And of course, 3 minus 1 is 2. And I can keep going and do this next one. F of 2 is going to be 3 minus 2, which is 1. And so I only have one more, and that's going to be f of 3. And that's going to be 3 minus my input number, which is 3. And this time I get 0. So now I have a whole graph. Okay, and on this graph, I'm going to plot my points. What points? These points. Oh, you didn't get that those are points? Yeah, they are. This is a point, 0, 3, and 1, 2, and 2, 1, and 3, 0. Those are all points that I can plot on my graph. So let's do the first one first. Let's do 0, 3. That's easy. I just start at 0 and I go up to 3 and put a dot there. Okay? That's not the whole function, but that's one point on the function. My next point is 1, 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, put a dot there. And you can kind of see what this function is going to look like. It's probably going to be a line that goes downhill. Let's test it. 2, 1. 2, 1. There we go, if my stylus will cooperate. Okay, we got a third point, and then to finish this up, when I graph 3, 0, I'm just going to go 3, 0, put a point, and I just graphed this function. Now, are there other points on this function that I could have graphed? Yeah, because did I have to plug in 0 and 1 and 2 and 3? No, I could have plugged in 17 and negative 99 and 34.8, and I would have gotten a whole bunch of different points somewhere on this function as well. But I think what you can see is this function is going to turn out to be a straight line that goes through those points. So to graph a function, all you have to do is look at the function, plug in some inputs, get some outputs, and then plot those points on a graph. Pretty simple. Alright, so Now it's your turn. All you got to do is graph f of x equals 2x plus 2. So you can plug in some numbers, make a table, plot some points, and sketch a graph. And that's all we got today.